Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, earlier today on Twitter. This is about a gaming company that basically told EA when it comes to screw releasing hold my beer. What company is that? It's not Electronic Arts, of course. Wargaming. Out certain games as World of Tanks, World of Warplanes, and the video game we're going to concern ourselves with, World of Warships. Now, if you've checked my channel recently, I just did an update for the review of the Tier 4 IJN Cruiser. Well, Wargaming put out a holiday event for the holidays, the Christmas event. It was for the Prince Idle Friedrich the year before. I think it was for the Graf Spee and Duke of York. They put an event every year, and it's a thank you to the players. It's a little grindy, but you usually get something cool out of it. Well, this year, what were they gonna give us? Well, we'll take a look here. And here we go. It was a tier. It was gonna be a free, or unless you want to pay for it to get it faster, a free Tier 10 USN American Super Cruiser, the Puerto Rico. Now, what's the Puerto Rico? Well, it is the largest proposed design. It's a paper design of what could have been the Alaska class. Because here, I'll give you a quick picture of what the Alaska looks like. This is the Alaska. In fact, you know what? Instead of port, let's go out to ocean. Sorry, guys, I should have had this better prepped, but anyways. This is the Alaska. It is pretty much the largest quote-unquote cruiser ever built by the U.S. Navy during World War II. She had 305 or 12-inch guns. I mean, these were pretty much small battleship-grade guns. She was basically a Baltimore class built up on roids, displaced around 35,000 tons, and yada yada yada. She was. The United States Navy called her a super cruiser. Other navies called her a battle cruiser, but that's neither here nor there. The Puerto Rico is literally the big sister of the Alaska. This, like I said, instead of having three, as you can see back here, she's got four turrets of the same 305 millimeter guns, a thicker belt. She's a bit bigger. She weighs almost as much as a North Carolina class battleship. This design never saw sea, but in World of Warships, they can put paper designs to sea as they saw fit. So, now that we got all that out of the way, get rid of that. Now, World of Warships. Free to play, pay to save time. As you can see here, I have a premium account. I unlocked that due to the holiday containers. I spent a little money. They gave me about, I don't know, 3.5 weeks of premium time. So, cool. And as you can see, I have a lot of ships here. Just, I have lots and lots of ships. As you can see, I play this game a lot. And the thing is, I'm middling when it comes to the amount of ships I have. There are people with even more ships than I. A lot more ships than I. That's neither here nor there. But, a couple things first before we start off. Number one, tech tree. We'll start with the USN. As you can see here, you start at a tier 1. There's all these lines. We're soon to have a European line because they can't really do that's going to be filled in by a pan-European destroyer line. You have a Commonwealth with the Perth and another ship. You have Italian cruisers so far with a couple of ships like the Roma, ships that exist, ships that aren't, blah, 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 blah. You guys get the point. You have a pan-Asian because they didn't have an entire, Chinese Navy or Taiwan Navy, so they threw in ships from, you have the French Navy, you have the UK. You guys get the point, right? But just to put something in the context of how long it takes to go from tier 1 all the way to the top tier, which is tier 10, it tends to run about 650, 700,000 experience. It sounds like a lot. It does take some time. As you can see here, I have both the cruiser lines. I'm at the Isle. I'm almost at the Montana. And let's see. Out of the Iowa grind, I had to grind all this stuff to get within striking distance with 247,000. Now, for me, just to give you a reference, hold on, give you my summary. Come on, computer. All right. I have about 4,600 players. I win about 40%. I average about 1,300 experience a game, which is slightly above average. An average player can average around 1,000. I do a little bit above average. So I'm not the best player in the world, but I'm certainly not the worst. But to put that all in context, to go back to the tech tree, so about 700,000 XP. It takes me about 700 games to go from here to here. And this diversion probably cost me probably about another 400 or 500 games. Like Des Moines was the first tier 10 I ever unlocked. The Worcester or the Worcester, we call it a Worcester. I just unlocked her about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and it probably took me the better part of 8 months to unlock her. Now that's just me playing casually. I don't play this game like religiously, like 8 hours a day. So it takes me time. I might play 8 hours a day, maybe on a weekend. I might binge for 8 hours. Usually I play about 2 or 3 hours max a day. So I'm a casual player, but I have been playing this game for about 5 years. Now, a little bit of backstory about me in this game. I started playing this game in the beta weekend right when this was alpha testing, about to go to closed beta in December of 2014. I played all the way through closed beta, played all the way into open beta, and then open game. I was a super tester for about 4 months on this game. I, you know, bled World of Warships. I have pumped so much money into this game. Between premium time and here, icon for premium ships. Let's go 4 pages. Most of these I have bought or earned, but still, that's a lot of premium ships. Like Alaska, I'll freely admit, I pumped $70 for this ship. Yes, I know, more than you know, triple A game like, you know, Jedi Fallen Order was the cost of this ship. But as you can see here, 306,000 experience. Like here, Atlanta, 236 battles in the Atlanta. I paid $25 for that. Scharnhorst, 190. I've played a bunch of these ships a lot of times. Let's go by nation so I can find her. And Alaska. So far, I have 34 battle plays. I have 50% win rate, not the best, but still, that's 34 battles. Every battle, this is in random battles, takes about on average, between 5 and 15 minutes. So, good 6, 7 hours worth of game time there. So, I've got my money's worth out of Alaska, in my opinion. I still play her. I still play a lot of these ships. But the point I'm trying to bring up is, well, the Puerto Rico I showed you, Wargaming did something inventive. And let's take a look. It's called the Dockyard. Let's bring it up. Okay, now the thing is that these points right here, it basically shows the ship, like right now the keel's being laid, and I earn, how many points? How many points do I earn? Yeah, the rules. Don't need all that. I'm trying to figure out how many points I earn per minute. It's not going to show me how many points I earn per minute, but it's like something like 100, 200. Now, in the public test server for this ship, this right here, it was a money where you can, put some money into balloons. You have to pay money for those. I mean, sometimes you can get them from other things, but most of the time for like 6,000 doubloons, You have to pay money, and I'll get to that in a minute. But this was originally 1,000 doubloons on the test server. This was another 1,000. Now it's 8,000. And this is 10 grand. So it's 24,000 doubloons. Now, to get some buffs. Now, these three things right here, that won't get you the ship. That'll just boost this and give you a better chance to get the ship. 20,000 doubloons. Here, let over here right quick. We'll go into the premium shop. See, guys, this is why I say that EA is, not EA, that Wargaming is trying to fleece us, especially people who are called whales who will not even blink. But the balloons, the balloons, the balloons. Okay. Oh, it's not gonna show. Okay, 25,000 doubloons is $100. Basically, 1,000 doubloons less to give you a better chance of unlocking the ship, not just buying the ship outright. $100 for a better chance to unlock the ship. EA, hold Wargaming's beer, because that's highway robbery. That's, my friends, 25,000. That is for a better chance to speed this up, and out of the 51 million points, 51,300,000 points, this would get you 4.5 million instant, so 10.5 million, so 18 million. So this would jump you pretty much up to there, pretty much up through like stage 2. You know, about a quarter of the way, a little over a quarter of the way, almost half. Just a chance to get that and increase your build, you know, the faster rate that you build than this. Just to get this. Welcome to the fleecing of the gaming population to get Puerto Rico. And it gets better. Oh, we haven't even hit the cherry on top of this shit cake, kids. Oh no. If you want to do it the freemium way, you have what's called directives. This is where the fun begins. Now, to unlock 200 shipbuilding tokens, which do the freemium way, because there was the premium side that, is the 8,000, and then there's other things you can unlock to speed up construction with these shipbuilding tokens. And I'll go back to that in a minute. But to do these directives, here's the only one I've completed so far. 2.3 million points of potential damage. Basically, in random or co-op. Random is basically PvP 12 versus 12. Co-op is, I think, 8 versus 8, and it's 8 human players versus 8 AI bots, computer bots. Basically, I had to have 2.3 million potential damage. That's basically anytime a ship fires a torpedo, does a air attack from a carrier, or fires their main weapons at me, and it either hits me and I block it, I take the damage and absorb it out of my hit pool, or it lands within like 50 meters of me, but it was basically shot at me, I had to absorb 2.3 million points of damage. Basically, block it. Now, this right here, 5,000 base XP, has to be done with the Goriza. The Goriza is the brand new premium. In fact, under number 3, you can actually unlock the ship for free. Good luck. But let's go back to this. Okay, now, pyrotechnics cause 165,000 hit points of damage to shift setting by fire. Now, this is what they think, because usually with these two missions, pyrotechnic and sparklers, set 100 on fire and then get 160. Usually you can synergize that. Well, no, you can't. You see, in the fine print, and a lot of people don't click on this to find out, you can only do this in carriers or destroyers. So you have to set fire with carriers or destroyers, 165,000 hit points worth. That can take you, like on average, some people average around 30 to 20 to 30,000 fire damage a game is a good average for a decent player. So yeah, you're talking at least 8 to 10 games to knock this out. And then sparklers get hit the citadels. That's basically doing max damage, busting through all their armor and hitting their vital parts or set on fire. Yeah, you have to do that in battleships or a cruiser. You start to see the problem. See, now you have to play, you know, set 100 fires. That could take you like, 7 to 8 fires a game, depending on what kind of ship. So, you know, 10 games in a different kind of ship, which is even more time wasted. And then controlling the water space. Okay, you can do this in any one. So you can kind of synergize with this. And then destroy 65 ships, which can take you a while in co-op or ranked. This can take you a while because everybody's trying to kill. Earn 12 million credits. Unless you have a premium ship or premium time, this can take you a while. This can take you a long while. Now, lucky for me, I have premium time because of Santa crates and all this other stuff that's going on right now, and I have a bunch of premium ships. But players who play for free aren't going to have that. So 12 million credits, that can take some time. I mean, depending on what kind of ship, what tier, and how good you are. And the thing is, after a battle, you have to subtract ammo you fired, damage you took, whether your ship was sunk, whether you paid for premium consumables. That's all going to come out of your final tally. So let's say you earned 400,000 credits, but then you blew, say, 180,000 credits out of repairs and all that. So you only earned like what, 220? That gets tallied into that. So you can see here, yeah, I've done 1.2 million so far. And then you have to earn 4 million credits from carriers, 4 million credits in battleships, cruisers, destroyers, 1.8 million Grazita if you have it, costs 500,000 if you have it. That's just Directive 1. And then in 3 days, Directive 2 drops. Oh, earn 13,500 XP in cruisers and then destroyers. Okay. Oh, Gariza. So you have to hit 15 citadels in a Gariza. Good luck. Oh, hit ship 400 times with Gariza. Oh, wait. 60,000 XP in Gariza. Oh, wait. 2.4 million. Okay. Now, destroy 90 ships. 150 hits the Citadel, set fire, cause flooding, and torpedo hits. Okay, this ain't too bad. That's not too hard to do. Cause 5.6 million damage. On average, a really good player, if they play high enough tiers, can average about 150,000 damage a game. Crank the math. Yeah, 3.6 million potential. That's not too hard. I can average 1 to 2 million at a battleship. Not hard. 85,000 base experience. You see, experience works in two ways. You have your base experience, what you earn at the end of the battle, and then you can have modifiers like camouflage, flags, signal, stuff like that. I mean, with a really decent build and the first battle of the day, which gets you an extra 50% on top of your base experience, you can earn ridiculous amount of XP off top. Like the most I've ever done with all modifiers and everything, I think I earned one time like 30, 45,000 experience in one battle because I did really well with all those flags and stuff. But base XP, as you can see, I average about 1,300 XP, about 1,400 base XP per battle. Let's see. 85,000 subtract. Oh, hold on. Divided by 1,400. That's going to take me 60 battles. All right, 60 times 10, say for average, 600 minutes. Yeah, so basically we're talking 10 hours of gameplay to get 85,000 base experience. This is in the second stage of directive, and these directives only last a month. This event lasts until beginning of January, and then it's done. Shoot down 300 aircraft, or shot down by fires for carriers. This can be a problem if you don't run into any carriers because it's random battles. Experienced Navigator, 400,000 experience. Now, like I said, with flags and stuff like that, you can earn about 10, 20,000 experience a battle. Say 400,000. It's going to take you 20 battles if you can earn that much. So you're talking 20 to 40 more battles. Oh, wait, it gets even better. You have to earn 13,000, 135,000 experience in carriers, 135,000 experience in battleships, 130. This is just the second stage of directives for a free player. And then, 4 days after that pops up, you get your third set. Destroy another 72 ships, 130 citadels or torpedo hits, which can take you forever. 4,500 secondary hits, which is going to basically mean not your main battery, but like in a battleship, you have like 5-inch secondary guns. You have to hit someone 4,500 times. In my best secondary ship, I might hit someone maybe 150 times a game. So we're talking 30 to 45 battles just to pull that off. 320,000 Commander XP. Depending on ship, that could take you 10 battles, that could take you 30. Base experience, 105,000. Oh my god. You're talking 75, 80 battles for me. Oh, look! Carriers earn 48,000 base experience. I mean, you guys are starting to see the problem. And it just goes on and on and on. Now, with the stage 3, which is probably what I can get to, you get the Gorica, and then you can actually start going back and, doing some of these other directives. But then we get to stage 4. Cause 9.3 million damage? Oh my god. Earn 950,000 experience. Oh boy, let's do that math, kids. 950,000. Oh, and I average, say, with flags and all that, let's just say about 9,000. Now, it took me 105 games. So we're talking over 1,000 hours in this stage of the directives. Base experience, 27,000. 27,000. And as you can see here, it just gets worse. 20 million credit. 20 million. Let's hold on that 0. All right, so 20,202,020 credits. For certain players, that ain't a problem. If you got a Missouri, you can earn like 1,000,000 credits a game. For someone like me, my highest earning ship might be the Tier 8 IJM battleship, the Key. I might make 600,000 credits a game, so yeah, let's have fun doing that. 150. Oh, 47 million potential damage. And you have to do it in Japanese, Italian, or Pan American cruisers. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do in those cruisers because they are floating citadels. So basically, it's how hacks.exe dodge skills. Hit an enemy 700 times with French and Japanese battleships. If you're lucky, you might get 100 hits a battle. somewhere between 50 and 100. So this might take you 17 to 40 games. Okay, 200 set of fire cost floodings for Japanese and Pan Asian stores. This is not very hard. 350,000 XP in carriers? Oh my god! They're insane! Yeah. Oh, Commonwealth, earn 30,000 base experience. Right now, there's only 2 Commonwealth ships in the game and they're both premium, so you have to pay to be able to do this directive. It gets worse. Again, the credits. Sufficient experience. 150,000. 150,000 base experience. Oh, let's run that. 150,000 divided by about 1,400. Because I'm rounding up. 107 games in 4 days. I don't have time to play 107 games. Soviet and British cruisers, 350,000 experience. These people are nuts. 27 tour. These people are insane. 7,200. You people are out of your minds. Absolute. But no, that ain't the cherry on top. This is the last set of directives that'll come up in 24 days. This is near the end. 1,100,000 experience. Let me put this in perspective. That's going from tier 1 to tier 10. That'll be 700,000. And then going from this tier 6 to this tier 10 might get you the other 400,000. 4 days. The developers of this game are out of their freaking minds. This is an impossible mission to get a free tier 10. This is supposed to frustrate you so badly that you just want to drop your money and get the tier 10. This is insane. Oh, and apparently, let me go back to the. Sorry, this is so long, guys. It's just taken me so long to explain all this. But, oh, and here's that thing, an extra 104 cost 200, cost 200, cost 300, cost 300, cost 350, cost 350, cost 350, cost 350. At the later stages in like tier 7, you only get at the directive, you only get 300. So even completing the tier 7 directive, you could do it in enough time, wouldn't even be enough to get you something like this. You'd have to actually get extra points off of other directives if you could get enough of them. This is an impossible mission. But someone figured out for 56,000 doubloons, it's about 250 US American dollars. You can bypass all this and go straight to the Puerto Rico. $250 to bypass to this. Sorry about that. I was just trying to get. Now you can see, after I've explained all this, why Wargamming has lost their fucking minds. I wanted this ship. I have its little cousin, the Alaska, the tier 9. I wanted this tier 10. It's the CA2D design. I've wanted this ship in this game for God knows how long. And this is how they do it. Now, the port idea and watching it being built and all that, and the way they had on the PTS wasn't near this intensive and near this insane. It was actually, I mean, the community contributors, the guys who aren't paid by Wargaming, but they're gamers like us, but they're allowed early access and they show us all this great stuff. They're like, if it goes live like this will be a total amount of fun and people will get this ship. Not everybody, but a lot of people who are dedicated will do it. I was going to be able to do it under that system. Under the system they have shown us, there ain't a freaking way. I will be lucky if I make it through the tier 3 directives by the time this all goes away. Because, like I said, this goes till about beginning of January and then it cuts off. This isn't like, oh, I have a year to complete this or I've got 6 months. No, I've got a month to try and complete that mess. Because I'm not paying $250 damn dollars for a ship. I can buy Jedi Fallen Order, Ace Combat 7, and a few other games that still have money left over for the price of one. Count them, one tier 10 ship in World of Warships. Wargaming has lost it. And I would bring you up Reddit, their forums, the Facebook, the Twitter. They are getting bombarded by players. Their community contributors. You can look up a guy named iChase. I and then Chase. The Mighty Jingles. No Zoop. Z-O-U-P. No Zoop for you. Flamu. All of their community contributors are literally just screaming at Wargaming of how dumb this is. Downvoted so fast that Wargaming pulled the video. I mean, they are literally in crisis damage control right now with how big this fiasco is. And the thing is, this isn't the only thing. Okay. Now, I know this is going to be kind of funny, but as you can see here on, say, hold on, let me get back to her. Okay. All right. All right. Let me bring up, like, say, Musashi. Okay, you see this little snowflake here, and no, it's not meant to be a dig at snowflakes or anything like that, but it's called a snowflake event. You get this thing called steel, as you can see here. Now, if you go into the armory, ship for resources. Now, there's different resources, like there's coal, there's steel. Certain ships, like Stalingrad, which is one of the very best super cruisers in the game, or this ship I want, Somnus, which has 8 guns, a bunch of torpedoes. You need steel. There's only a couple of ways to get steel. One, the Snowflake event. 2, ranked, which is a shit show in of itself, and I can do an entire video on ranked. 3, clan wars, and your clan has to win. And my clan isn't doing clan wars, so no shade at my clan, syndicate of captains, but they're not really doing it at the moment. We all have lives. But last year, as 75, regardless of tier, premium, non-premium, it's 75. And the tier 10s don't even get steel. They get Santa containers, which contain no steel. Last year, for a tier 9, I believe it was like 100. I think it was like the 75 for a tier 10. It was like 100 for a tier 8 non-premium. It was like 50, and every single premium got 200. I banked, I think, about 6,000 or 7,000 steel. It allowed me to get this ship right here, which is still for about 9,700 steel. The Flint. I love this ship. I super tested it. I wanted it really badly, so I got it. And now I'm trying to get another steel ship. This year, they drastically undercut us on steel by almost half. Like, No Zoop for You is talking about it. He said last year he earned about 8,000 or 9,000 steel. At best this year, he might earn 5, maybe 6. Yeah. Wargaming this holiday has literally screwed us, the players. So, EA, like I said at the beginning of the video, Wargaming literally just told you, hold my beer. So, yeah. Sorry it ran so long, guys. It was a lot to chew through. I had to try and make this concise as possible and show you how Wargaming at least for this event, is screwing us over. Now, normally, I have to give props to Wargaming. They put out a good product. They put out a good game. I would not have supported it since 2014 this long if it wasn't a good game, usually. But this is one of those events. I have to decry Wargaming. I have to call them out on their bullshit. And this is flat, vapid bullshit. Wargaming, you're screwing us. Now, let me quote Arlie Emery. You're the kind of people who are screwing us in the ass and not even giving us the goddamn common courtesy of a reach around for this event. Normally, I love what you guys do. I loved the Italian line that you just put out. I I mean, the French destroyers have been fun. I mean, I have gotten so much enjoyment out of this game, but I I literally can't believe how bad you're screwing us right now over this event. And I don't understand why. You have given us an impossible mission to try and get a free ship, and then you are literally strong arming us and allowing people who are whale to have so much, disposable income to just leap ahead and grab it for like 250 U.S. American dollars. It is disgusting. This, in my opinion, is worse than the loot box crap that EA and other companies have pulled. This is just downright disgusting, and I cannot support you on this one for the way you're treating us players. This is downright disgusting what you're doing to us, Wargame. You listen, and I hope you stop, rewrite this program, take some zeros off some of those directives, and give us at least a fair shot of completing this. But anyways, that's the exclusive. That's a deep dive into the holiday fuckery that is the holiday event for World of Warships. I'm Jeff, Iron Wolf V on the North American server, hence the name Jeff the Iron Wolf for my channel. I'll catch y'all next time.